back to the podcast. This is the Can't Lose Show, and I am your host, Trent.
And I'm your boy Josh.
Let's go, Josh. Week 1 of the NFL, man.
Yes, sir. It was a good week.
It was nice to have real football back.
Hell yeah.
None of this like CFL, USFL,
the preseason.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was great to be back.
Man,
a lot of football, dude. Looking
lot.
at the schedule is crazy, because of there's no bye week.
I like it.
Game after game after. It was hard to keep up with every single game.
I could even have 4 games. There's more than 4 games on at once. So even if I was doing split screen on YouTube, it just wasn't working.
Don't they have? Oh, that's a Sunday ticket thing now where you can watch 4 games at once. I was thinking that was a red zone thing.
No, it's Sunday ticket, and I bought it this year off of YouTube. But
yeah.
So if you need to log in, let me know. You could do it because when I'm at home, you get unlimited streams, and outside of home, you get two streams. So it's pretty cool.
All right.
But yeah, I mean,
shout out to the Sunday ticket.
Shoot, we're not even sponsored by Sunday ticket. That's I don't know why we just gave them that plug. If we're plugging stuff, we should be plugging our own pins.
For real. Dub City.
Yeah, Dub City. Hey, you want that code for Fred Warner right now? Should we just tell him right now? Use code Dub City, all lowercase, no spaces, and get 30% off Fred Warner for our 30-point dub on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
All right. So guys, now that we're out of week, or we're done with the first episode, we're gonna get more into like a more organized flow of things. So we kind of broke it down into some segments for you guys, and we like what we are gonna talk about this week. So let's get into the first one, which is look back at week 1. I think a lot of things did happen, like we said, but what didn't happen is my dog never went off, bro. My dog played 4 plays. Can we just start with that?
Dude.
You guys all know who we're talking about if you're interested in football. 4 plays in his Jets career. Well, Jets season is over for him. I hope he comes back. I don't think he's going to go out like that.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're a hater, then that sucked to see, bro. Dude, he was he just got, we were talking about last week, new luggage, and it was supposed to be a big week for him. Playing the Bills with a new team, new receivers, a young core, Breece Hall, dude. And 4 plays in?
That's tough. I mean, I think he'll come back, though.
Yeah, people are saying he's done. That's the last game he'll ever suit up in, that he's old.
I think he's going to have to rehab, right? No matter what. You have to rehab off a torn Achilles. You can't just live life without your Achilles, right?
Yeah.
So why go through all that pain to not fucking get that bread and get that trophy? He's chasing a trophy.
Yeah.
And bring that to New York, But I mean, you gotta go through a gauntlet of teams.
Yeah, seriously.
And I'm never saying another team for the Super Bowl other than the Niners. So
yeah, but the AFC, in the AFC East, and then the whole AFC alone is just tough.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be tough, but I don't think he's done either. I think he's got more in him.
What about your dog? How do you do?
He went off. He didn't. I said 2 touchdowns, 115 yards, double-digit catches, I want to say. He had 6 or 7 catches, maybe 8 catches for 100 and something yards, and only 1 touchdown. So, but that's good. I mean, there were some guys, obviously, that went off that we can talk about, but
later down the line.
But he did his thing, especially first week back, Calvin Ridley. He did his thing, so I'm not mad about that pick at all.
No, that was a good one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thanks, dude. Sucks for you, man.
Yeah. My dog couldn't have been, statistically any worse.
Yeah.
I guess if I picked someone that didn't play, but pretty much didn't play.
That was also my MVP pick, so.
Yeah.
There goes that.
You're going to have to fall into your backup, Lamar
Jackson. Come on, man. Ball out.
Matchups that we picked last week, they were a little interesting. I mean, yours was earlier in the day on Sunday, so I'll let you go yours first, and I'll talk mine after.
Well, yours was on Thursday, no?
No, mine was on Monday Night Football.
Oh, the Bills-Jets?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about...
No, that's next week's.
Oh, yeah. So mine was Miami-LA. That one lived up to the hype, I thought.
No.
Shootout.
I thought your matchup, your receiver...
Oh, my matchup. Oh, okay, I got you. My bad. My matchup was PS2 Patrick Surtain versus Devontae Adams. And I mean, Patrick Surtain actually, I would say Devontae didn't have a bad game. He had like 6 catches and 66 yards, and I think he had a touchdown maybe.
Yeah.
But when he went up against Pastor Surtain, he only had like 2 catches out of like 11
So he held his own
routes. Yeah, he held his own, and he did his thing for sure. I mean, but he wasn't even the best receiver in that game, dude.
No,
Jacoby Myers had 2 touchdowns, and he had like almost 90 receiving yards. He had a game.
that was sneaky of him. Honestly, was not expecting him to be headlining the receivers.
Yeah, but he's been good, dude.
Yeah.
I like that guy, even though he had that play against the Raiders last season.
Yeah.
But yeah.
My matchup, Diggs versus Sauce. Diggs won the matchup right off the start. The slant to start the game. A slant's a hard route to cover because it's 1-2 in, right?
Yeah,
so quick. But Diggs didn't let off there. He kind of controlled the whole matchup throughout the game. They didn't line up. They didn't follow each other, but when they were on,
yeah. I mean they have 2 good corners, and I would say Diggs had like double-digit receptions for like 100 and some yards, and he picked it at the end of the game. You see him. I was talking to my guys when I was watching it, and Diggs came up to Josh Allen and he told him something, and he was kind of like picking him up, but he must have said like, "Throw me that ball," because Allen was feeding him in that drive, like that next drive that just came up, and Diggs was eating. So yeah. I would say he won that matchup, but the crazy stat was Sauce let up like 4 catches for 60 some yards. That was his worst game ever. Like that was it wasn't that bad of a stat line,
Yeah, I mean, not bad of a stat line, but worst career, worst game in his young career.
Yeah.
Which, if that's gonna be your worst game, I mean,
against Stephon Diggs.
Yeah,
not too bad.
What you were trying to allude to earlier is your game. Go ahead, talk about your game.
Oh, this was the one that lived up to the hype. Was Miami at LA. This one lived up to the hype a little bit more than my matchup, receiver, corner matchup, because that was a shootout. Miami at LA, and holy shit, dude, Tyreek Hill. Oh my god, dude, what? It was over 200 yards for sure. That was insane.
Honestly, that game, I was honestly surprised the Chargers didn't come back and win it, only because they were leading the whole game.
Yeah.
And then the Dolphins come back, obviously score at the end, right? It's your home field. You should have the crowd on your side, even though LA never really has a home crowd, let's be real.
Yeah.
But
maybe I bet, dude, that has to play a part into why their defense sucks always. Like, they're just not loud. The offense is just chilling, like running their plays.
It's probably quiet in the stands. It's probably opposite of what it should be.
It has to play a little part, dude.
Yeah, but the Chargers didn't complete that final drive, and that pressure got to Justin Herbert at the end of it. Yeah, Phillips, the Redlands kid, Callione, he ended the game. So
that was sick.
It was nice to see a Cali kid balling.
Yeah, for sure. That was a good game, though. What about your game?
My game was Detroit KC, and it was a great start to the season.
Yeah.
Being not a fan of Detroit, but pulling for Detroit this year.
Yeah, for sure.
It was great to see them win that, because I think any year prior to this, they don't win those games. They're the team that always comes out on the bottom.
Always they're losing those games.
And they finally won one of those.
Yeah. That was big time, against a big time team too.
Yeah, coming off a Super Bowl win, even though they had 2 guys out, right?
And the receivers sold that game so bad, dude.
I was literally thinking, okay, how's there not someone on the sideline putting fucking super glue on their gloves yet?
Dude.
They were like, drop.
Yeah, that was bad.
Drop. Sorry if that was loud in the mic. That was right into the mic. If your ears hurt now, my bad.
But yeah, it was not good. Kadarius Toney, I mean, I think he'll bounce back. He's a freak. But
side note of Kadarius Toney. So the Giants fans obviously came from the Giants. They were talking their shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they talked a little early because their week wasn't over.
Yeah.
And then the Giants go and get demolished by the Cowboys, and then Kadarius Toney strikes back, and it was just
what did he say?
Full circle.
I forgot what he said, but he
said, "Don't get quiet now," or something like that.
Something. He clapped back for sure, though. That was funny.
Josh, I think it's time to get into going to be our new segments of this year. We're still working on the name.
Yeah,
but it's
I guess it's only a week 1 thing, so we're gonna have to work on the name all season for next season.
Yeah, we'll still overreact though.
That's
but
true. That's
way
true.
too early. Overreaction. Calm down. Time.
Yeah, we're gonna tell you guys like
we'll figure out.
We're gonna have our takes where we're just gonna make some takes about some teams that we think are very bold, and then we're also gonna say like, calm down. This team's gonna be all right. Like, because a lot of teams had some whoopings, lost some games, some upsets, and people are freaking out.
Yeah. So it may sound a little like this, guys. My way too early overreaction. Tyreek Hill will be the first receiver to win MVP.
I like that.
In 2023-2024 season.
Yeah, I like that because I said, so one of my takes for when we were talking about Offensive Player of the Year, I said JJ. Again, I said it last season, I said it again, is going for 2K.
Yeah.
It might be Tyreek, dude.
What if both of them do it?
Oh, man. It might be. I mean, yeah, JJ had like 160 or 150 yards too, so he went off too.
He's going to be the number one target all season in Minnesota.
But so is Tyreek. Yeah. And so fast, dude. So I think Tyreek might go for 2K. I like that pick for MVP.
Yeah, I could see it. What's your way too early overreaction pick?
One, I'm gonna say I think people are hyped on the Broncos a little bit. Coming in with Sean Payton now, and they thought Russell Wilson wasn't done yet. Me personally, call it maybe because I'm a Niners fan and I hated Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. I think the Broncos are going to be even worse than last year. They won, it was 5-12 we saw last season?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be worse. I don't think it's going to be good.
I think Russell Wilson, on his stovetop, the fire turned off and he's no longer cooking.
Yeah, dude. I think it's done.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
They may have to eat all that money and just be like, all right, new quarterback next year.
Oh, man. You think they do that already?
I mean, it's way too early overreaction.
That's true. Good point. Very good point. Very good point.
One of my calm downs, though, so you guys don't build on the diss train. The Bengals, okay, they got killed. Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals haven't been a team known to start off hot. They don't play preseason, so you gotta get the jitters out.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they don't win week 2, I don't even know who I picked on Pick'em. But even if they didn't win week 2, I still wouldn't overreact. Like, they're a good team, top to bottom, depth wise. Like, they will be just fine and be a top dog in the AFC.
Yeah, for sure. I think, I agree with that. Chill out, dude. They're going to be all right. Joe Burrow just got paid for a reason, and he's going to do just fine. They'll pick it up. They'll pick back up right where they left off last season.
Okay. What's one of your calm downs?
Similar situation, I mean, they didn't get whooped, but Josh Allen did not do well.
51 turnovers now since, I think, 2017.
Was he leading the league or something in that?
Yep.
I mean, he did turn the ball over a lot. He had 2 or 3 picks and a fumble too, I think. It was bad, people are mad at him for not sliding, taking all those hits and hurdling.
He doesn't need to.
Dude, he's a beast.
Okay.
Chill out.
Then let me give you this.
What?
Is Josh Allen the next Carson Wentz?
All right. No, he's not the next Carson Wentz, dude. Come on.
I mean, guys, realistically, the stats are kind of there. They put up good numbers but they have a lot of turnover numbers too. They're taking their shots. They're taking their hits. Carson Wentz is not on an NFL team. Will Josh Allen, I'm not saying he won't be on an NFL team, but
all right, but
it's
also
trending the same.
I see, but Carson Wentz had one season like that, and then Nick Foles won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So and Josh Allen obviously Carson Wentz didn't win a Super Bowl either. So,
but he did.
No, he didn't.
He's part of the team. He got them there.
All right, but Nick Foles won the Super Bowl as a starting quarterback.
But we all know football's a team sport.
Okay, but I'm saying in the Super Bowl, it's so different. It is.
Yeah, right.
You can't say you won the Super Bowl if you didn't play in the Super Bowl. As a starting quarterback, okay, yeah, he has a ring, but I'm saying he didn't lead his team.
Win, quote unquote. He wasn't the playing factor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, they both haven't done it, and I don't know. you can't give up on Josh Allen yet. He's so talented. He's a freak athlete. Like, I don't know. I am not giving up on him yet. I think you got to chill out. He might still turn the ball over,
but he'll make up for it.
Damn, he's gonna score a lot of touchdowns.
Okay, let me give you guys something. Even you aren't gonna agree with. You guys are probably gonna talk about it in the comments right now. Travis Kelce, Chris Jones. Is that enough to save this terrible Kansas City team that maybe their dynasty's over?
He said terrible fucking Kansas City team. That's insane.
Okay. But all
right, back yourself up.
But okay, who's Patrick Mahomes gonna throw to when Travis Kelce is healthy? Because as a defense coordinator, I would just sit 2 over Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
And let the other guys be 1-on-1, maybe 1-on-none, and they still won't catch the ball.
1-on-none is crazy. All right. First of all, Kadarius Toney will be all right. He has dropped the ball a lot, but he'll figure it out. Mahomes is Mahomes.
Okay, I'm not doubting Mahomes. He's my MVP pick.
Their defense still looked good. They held the Lions to, what was it? It wasn't a high scoring game.
No, it wasn't.
I couldn't tell you the score right now. I think it was in the 20s though.
Yeah.
And they didn't have Chris Jones. Their defense looks good. Nick Bolton, I want to think his name is, the middle linebacker, is a freaking beast. Like, they're not a terrible team, and they have Mahomes and Kelce still. Like, they'll figure it out.
Okay.
And they got some young guys. They're young. Like, and it was our first game. It was week 1. But hey,
to stay on that, right? Okay, their defense was good. All right, give me the ball, or maybe the offense isn't going to score that much because they can't catch a pass. Travis Kelce's going to be doubled. All right, the games are going to be like 10-7, 10-3. You still lose and you still don't make the playoffs. I mean, the dynasty may be over.
All right, man. You can say what you want.
All right, go to your last one, man.
That was fucking bold. I got the Buccaneers, man, winning the division. It's not a tough division at all. We know that. But I got them winning the division. They beat a tough Vikings team. And I think Mayfield found his home. Or he might have found his home. Like, there's a chance.
Okay, I'm gonna shut that down. It's a one-hit wonder. Just like when he got to the Rams, he won that first game, and then they didn't like. It's Baker Mayfield. I'm not expecting much out of him.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you made it to the NFL. You're good. I'm not saying you're bad, but not an NFL franchise quarterback.
I just think, I know, like, he's had so many chances, but he just has, like, a little bit of that, like, dog in him where he really wants it, I feel like. And I don't know. I like guys like that.
He has a dog in him.
I don't love Baker Mayfield though, but I like that part of him.
He has that dog in him that, like, you go up to like someone's fence and you see the pit bull standing up front, but it's like that little chihuahua in the back barking and the pit bull staying quiet. He'll bark real quick, but he'll be done.
All right. Hey, you said some crazy shit. I said some crazy shit.
All right, guys, that was a fun little way too early overreaction, calm down type segment. We'll figure out the name like we said.
Yeah, what a name, Trent.
Wow.
Shouldn't even gave it a name at that point.
Yeah. Guys, we were trying to figure it out, okay? We're new. We're season 2.
Yeah.
When we're down to season 10, we might still not have a name, but we'll figure it out.
We will.
Let's jump into
next week.
Yeah, we're done with this past week, right? Let's forget about it.
Move on.
Well, we'll bring it up a little bit later in 49er segment.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let's move on to week 2. Like we always do, we're going to pick a couple games, our dogs, our matchups, and maybe a couple other things, but let's jump right into it. Give me your game.
My game of the week is going to be, my first game of the week is a division game, Ravens at Bengals. I think it's a big game for both teams. Obviously, the Ravens won, but they played the Texans, first of all, and they didn't look like fantastic. You know, they held the Texans to 9 points. They held an NFL team to 9 points.
Yeah.
But I just think they were supposed to beat them and look a little bit better against the Texans. And then the Bengals, obviously, they just lost to the Browns. Yeah. Two division games back to back.
Yeah, that game's a little interesting, honestly. We haven't picked our pick'ems yet, and I don't really know who I'm gonna pick. I'm leaning more towards the Ravens because I kind of think the Bengals are going to get off to a slow start this season. I said calm down on them, right? And I'm not going to overreact if they do lose. Um, it's just I think the Ravens have enough to come out and be strong and kind of keep that slow train moving for the Bengals.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. We'll talk about it after this pod and see who we're picking. But that's a good game.
I kind of think it's going to be a little bit of a shootout. One of those games where Joe Burrow, I remember last season or 2 seasons ago he threw for like 500 some yards against them in 2 combined games. And I know Jamar Chase had some highlight plays against the Ravens.
They bring the best out of each other. It's a division game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those type of games. Okay. And I'm taking the Bengals edging that one out.
Okay, and they're home. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm taking yet, so I don't want to say it yet.
All right.
My first game of the week, I know I said the dynasty may be over, but it's going to be a good game, I hope. KC versus Jacksonville is going to be my first game. I really liked what I saw out of Jacksonville, and I think that's what made me pick this game is, all right, KC still is the defending Super Bowl champs.
That is a really good game.
What do you have to do to beat them, and are you good enough to be there? Because Jacksonville made the playoffs last year, and it's their time to show, like, can we play with quote-unquote big dogs? Like,
yeah, seriously. Yeah, and they beat them last season, right? Or did you just say that?
I didn't say that.
I don't know if they did, to be honest. I could be bullshitting. But, yeah, that is a very interesting game. Chiefs are coming off an L, and Jaguars, I mean, they got something to prove. They're on that edge to where they could be a really good young team.
Yeah, I think Calvin Ridley has another big game. I think he has big games probably the whole entire season.
Yeah, throughout the season.
But
Christian Kirk was like not really existing.
Yeah, if you say KC will be fine catching the ball, this could be a high scoring affair, shootout. You know,
I hope
Kelsey's it could go either way. If Kelsey's back, it'd make me want to pick KC more. But
yeah,
as right now, if Kelsey's not back, I'm probably picking Jacksonville in this game as a surprise pick, and probably wouldn't be agreed upon the rest of the pick'ems people. So
yeah,
we'll see. What's your game number 2?
My game number 2 is gonna be Jets at Cowboys. Cowboys obviously look strong,
dominant performance.
40-0, 46-0 was 40-0, and I mean a shutout against a divisional opponent and NFL a good team. Divisional opponent.
Yeah, they're supposed to be good.
Yeah, the Giants are a good team. Like, man, did they embarrass them? Like,
yeah,
Daniel Jones had no time back there. That D-line was getting to the quarterback all night. It was bad.
Yeah, as Niner fans, we hate talking highly about the Cowboys, but hey, we're giving them their respect. Chandler, enjoy this while it lasts.
That was the worst part about watching that, and I was like, fucking Chandler's going to be so happy, but he didn't even say anything.
I know, he was watching the game with Jason, and Jason was on the phone with me. We were talking baseball, surprisingly, and I heard Chandler cheering in the background. I'm surprised he never grabbed his phone and, like, said something like, "Oh, we're coming for you this year," type deal, in the moment. But hey, Cowboys earned their respect on that one. So
yeah, they did their thing for sure.
So who do you have in that game though? Cowboys Jets.
Oh man, I mean, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I got the Cowboys in that one. I think it's an interesting game because the Jets are still a good team. They still beat the
great
Bills.
Roster.
Yeah, and they still beat the Bills, who is still a good team. Obviously, there was like 4 or 5 turnovers or whatever, and it was a close game. And the Cowboys whooped. So I'm taking the Cowboys, but
good game.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson did look good in the second half.
Game. It's one of my games of the week.
Yeah, Zach Wilson did look good in the second half. I just don't think he has enough to beat the Cowboys defense. It's an elite defense. Yeah. They're going to be one of the tops throughout the year. So I would go. I'm going to go Cowboys on that game.
Me too.
But that's a good game to look forward to.
Yeah, it's interesting. Obviously, it's a lot more interesting if we still had Aaron Rodgers, but yeah, still an interesting game. Still, Jets are a solid team.
One game, the last game that I'm looking forward to really this weekend. I'm looking forward to all the games, but highlighted. Vegas at Buffalo. Talk about it, man. Buffalo's coming off a hard loss. Like, they did not look good. They played a team with the backup quarterback, even though he's the number 2 overall pick,
Yeah, and
right?
he was a starting quarterback. Like,
yeah. So it's not that crazy of
it's
drop
not like
off.
he lost his spot to freaking some random. He lost his spot to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Vegas is coming off a momentum win,
Yeah.
not a great win, but a momentum win, momentum builder
Yeah.
in Denver. So I picked this game because I think there's going to be a key player down the line that is going to propel Vegas to win. I'm picking Vegas to win this game, and that leads me right into my dog of the week. My dog of the week for week 2.
Now you have to pick Vegas on the pick 'em now.
I am. I'm going to pick him. But back to what I was saying. My dog of the week for week 2 is Jimmy Garoppolo.
Damn.
He is going to have a performance that they're going to be like, okay, shit, the Raiders are the real deal. And
like we said, Jimmy G's a winner.
When he is healthy, he plays this full game on Sunday, he's going to be walking out of there with a W. And the Bills are going to start off 0-2. And Jimmy G is going to be riding high back to Vegas.
Damn, that's a bold take, Jimmy G as your dog of the week.
I don't think I ever picked him as a dog of the week in a 49 uniform. So, hey.
I'm sure you did. You like Jimmy G.
I like Jimmy G, but I don't think I picked him. But
yeah, maybe not. But yeah, I could see it.
I want to hear.
The Raiders would definitely need that. They need a big game from Josh Jacobs too if they want to beat the Bills.
And I think Devontae Adams will be a little more stat lined. I mean,
yeah.
Hey, get the job done, Jimmy.
Yeah, for real.
That's
what he does.
Week 2 dog of the week.
My week 2
wait. Look into the camera and say it though.
My week 2 dog of the week is gonna be Travis Kelce. I think obviously that's if he's healthy.
Okay.
I think he's gonna have a big bounce back week. It's a big game. It's your game of the week.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's hungry for it.
Yeah, I really like that pick. I don't think I could ever disagree for Travis Kelce not being dog of the week. Like, if we would, we'd probably pick him every week. We try to spread love, but we know he always finds a way to go off.
Yeah.
Especially later down the season when it matters most. But coming off a week where he was supposed to play, gets injured, he's hungry. He's been waiting all offseason. He will be open down the middle of the field, you know.
And I want to say, just in case he is not playing again, because he still is questionable. He even said on the podcast that he didn't say that he's playing for sure. I forgot exactly what he said.
Yeah, but worded it to where
he even started to say that he was feeling great, but he said he was feeling good. He literally corrected himself. I heard it. He was like, great, good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He might not play. So I'm gonna go with a little backup rookie. My backup dog of the week is Bijan Robinson.
Okay.
I think he was.
I like this
playing. He did good. He had some receiving yards. He had a touchdown, and I think he was just getting comfortable. I think it's a big game against the Packers. Obviously, they're a good team, a good defense. Yeah. But I think he's gonna have a big game, and he's gonna get real comfortable in week 2.
Yeah, if he wasn't already comfortable in week 1, I mean, he's definitely gonna be a problem in the NFL.
To pick defense, but I think he's gonna have a big game, and he's gonna get real comfortable in week 2.
Yeah, if he wasn't already comfortable in week 1, I mean, he's definitely gonna be a problem in the NFL. To pick him off as a dog of the week and this young in his career is a good take. It's actually a great take, honestly. Now that you're saying that out loud, I know we talked about it pre-show, but he has all the tools to be successful. Like
Little McCaffrey.
Yeah. He's gonna live into his own shoes, and
yeah,
I like that take.
Yeah, he's a beast.
That goes into our matchups now.
Yes, sir.
One that we always look forward to. Normally it's receiver versus corner, just because Josh's background being a receiver and a corner. I mean, you lock someone. You lock someone down, and you ran some routes on a D1 corner that we're gonna talk about later.
Was in the NFL now, but anyway, keep
Well,
going.
no, but
Okay.
So, but anyways, I know Josh's pick isn't a receiver versus corner. Mine is, so we'll start with mine.
Yeah, get to it.
Justin Jefferson in Minnesota versus Slay in Philly.
Yep, that is.
It's starting off the week, and it's going to be a good one.
Sorry, I was just messing with my mic if you're listening to that.
Yeah, Josh is playing with all that stuff. But
yeah, I like that pick. That is going to be a fun matchup to watch.
Yeah, we're talking about JJ putting up 2K, right?
Yeah.
He's going to have these marquee matchups. You still got to put up those numbers because once you fall behind on that momentum push to 2K, you can't have a bad game if you're trying to get to 2K.
I mean, he also has to play twice a year Jair Alexander with the Packers, who's locked down. So, yeah, he can't have too many bad games if he wants to hit that 2K.
Yeah. I'm honestly not sure who's going to win this matchup.
Who are you picking?
I'm looking forward to
last season when they played, I don't think Justin Jefferson had any catches. And Darius Slay had 2 interceptions.
It's in Philly.
Positive.
Man, I want to say Kirk Cousins is getting him the ball and they're going to upset Philly in Philly, but that's just so hard. You know what? I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is going to connect with Justin Jefferson. They're going to learn off last year's tape. Now that you said that, and instead of 2 interceptions, Justin Jefferson's going to get 2 touchdowns on him. All right, I said it. I said it.
Damn. I like that. I'm really hyped for that matchup though too. I can see that for sure. You know, JJ is going to be hungry for that.
Yeah.
Because if I'm right, I think it was 0 catches and Slay had 2 interceptions.
That sounds about right if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. So I like that matchup a lot.
You know, looking at my paper, I like your matchup though. So let's get into it.
My matchup, it's a little different. It's Justin Fields and Baker Mayfield, the little quarterback matchup. I think they both have something to prove in different ways. Obviously, Mayfield has had chance after chance with all these teams.
Yeah.
But he had a good game, beat a tough team, like I said, the Vikings, and he's fighting for a home. And I mean, Justin Fields has had a lot of hype and just hasn't lived up to it quite yet. He obviously could run the shit out of the football.
Great runner.
But he hasn't thrown the ball crazy yet. So this is a big game for both of them. Bears, obviously, they're coming off a loss. Bad loss against the Packers.
When they were predicted to win it, Green Bay was dead.
Yeah.
And they still got manhandled by their daddy.
Yeah, so so Fields needs a win, and so does Mayfield. I mean, he obviously came off a win, but like you said, one hit wonder. Like he's had so many chances.
They're playing for more than just this game. If you think about it, this whole season, both of them.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, both of those teams are supposed to be picking top 10, right? They're both not supposed to do good. And will Justin Fields hold on to his job, or will they go on to Caleb Williams, Drake May, Sam Hartman? Same for Baker Mayfield. I mean, is this his stop where he becomes that franchise quarterback? And this is like a good matchup between both of them to see, like, okay, like, are we sticking with them? And I like this weak matchup. Like, they're both playing for something bigger than they're playing for their job in this whole season.
Yeah, they are for real. Yeah. They got to prove if they're the guy or not.
Yeah, man. So, guys, we're 33 minutes into this episode, and we get to go into our new favorite one for the first time ever.
Yes, sir.
Bang, bang, Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
49ers. Let's talk about them. We may not have a name for this yet.
Yeah,
we're going to figure out the perfect name.
Yeah.
But let's talk about our favorite team, the team that's going to win the Super Bowl this year, the team that's going to be dominant every single week, 49ers. We're going to talk a little bit about their past game, though, right now.
Yep, let's get into it.
We'll circle back to week 1.
Yeah.
Man, what a dominant performance out of the gate.
Against the pretty much America's upset game.
Yeah.
That was a lot of people were picking them to be upset by the Steelers, and we
definitely shut that down. Yeah. We were dominating,
dude.
I loved when they put on the screen at one point 199 yards for 49ers versus 1 yard for the Steelers.
Dude, there was another stat that they brought up. It was so funny. I heard it. The commentator goes, Najee Harris had his longest run or whatever was 25 yards, and he has a total of 22 yards. He had less yards and he had a 25-yard run. He was having so many negative
Man.
rushes that he had less yards than his longest run. That is insane.
Honestly, I don't remember a time, well, an exact game where we dominated that awesome. Like, out of the gates, like, the 49ers, we played
Kinda like when we played the Panthers the past couple seasons, just dominating.
Yeah, we don't really play our starters in preseason. They got, I think, a combined maybe 2.5 series.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple key players didn't play at all. Where the Steelers' motto, is play the dogs, play all of them, because Mike Tomlin likes that and he gets them ready for season.
Yeah.
If I wasn't mistaken, we we did not need that preseason then.
No, they were ready. They came in hot.
I think we have so much built up from last season, like wanting to be there and just devastating heartbreak. We came out so hot, and to stay on that hot, like to help with being hot, Ayuk on offense, bro.
Dude, Ayuk dominated. I think we talked about it. We had to talk about that Ayuk was going to have
this breakout
season because we always talked about it all off season. We've been talking about it in training camp, like off the podcast, that Ayuk is about to go off.
Yeah, we're headed by so many guys, right? Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Kittle, Juszczyk. We hear all
JJ on third down, baby.
Yeah, one name that never gets brought up enough, and I'm glad on ESPN this week it's been his name. Is Ayuk.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was telling Josh this, like one of my overreactions. I was gonna pick this is Ayuk could win MVP, but he just doesn't get the mutual respect as Tyreek Hill. And I mean, to keep up the same numbers, we have too many weapons. Tyreek Hill gets a little more love, but he dominated. And this isn't gonna be the last time we talk about him this season,
for sure.
On defense side,
can I make a prediction?
Yeah, go ahead.
Leads the league in receiving touchdowns.
Brock Purdy does like to throw to him. That's his guy he likes to throw to. Yeah, I could see that.
I would like to throw to him too. He knows how to get open.
Yeah. And it helps when he's going up against the best defense in practice, like when they are running it right.
Yeah.
He's got to play against Fred Warner. Fred Warner's play on the field on Sunday. Masterpiece.
Dog, dude.
Fred Warner, masterpiece performance.
Yeah. I love the way he plays. He's a beast. He freaking came in there and lit that guy up on. I can't remember who it was. It was Najee. He lit him up.
Yeah. I love laying the hat when we're doing tackling drills, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would go up first, call anyone out. Man, going up against him would be insane. That guy, he loves to hit. He brings
him and Greenlaw are just menaces out there.
Yeah.
Dude. Greenlaw, dude, honestly, Greenlaw too was everywhere the ball was. You saw
he was
Greenlaw.
It seemed like he was on every tackle.
Dude, he was. It was crazy. I don't even think, I was looking at the stats. I think it was like actually Lenore and then Fred and then like I think Greenlaw. But Greenlaw felt like he was in there or at least near the play every time.
Yeah, and then Fred's play, right? We say he's in there laying the hat, right, behind the line of scrimmage. What about dropping back for pass coverage?
Come on, we know.
He should have had a pick, okay, but that tip to Hufanga, like
that's him right there. That pick doesn't happen without him.
As a quarterback, right, learning who to throw to and stuff. If I had a receiver over the top, over the middle like that, and the linebacker's back was turned to me, I throw to that guy
all day.
Yeah. Why? Because we're gonna complete that pass. How does Fred make those plays and be so dominant?
That's why he's the best.
He's gonna win.
There's levels to this.
He's gonna win Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, we're making some
Fred Warner is gonna win Defensive Player of the Year.
All right. Season. I love that. I
just could see it.
Yeah, but we can't. I know we talked about some guys that went off. Obviously, we don't even need to talk about CMC. Everyone knows what he did.
FedEx Ground Player of the Week, baby.
Yes, sir. But Purdy, dude, he looked freaking good. He is a beast. That play where he's sitting there and he sees that, was it Minka or it was someone? It was a DB coming free release off the edge and he just sat.
Spins.
Boom, spin move, gets out of there, bro. Like, none of our quarterbacks in the recent years have done that.
Spins, gets out of there, right? Going to his left, stops.
Flips his
hips, and still completes that pass.
Yeah.
Me and my dad were talking about it. My dad being an ex-quarterback, to Deebo.
It was?
Yeah, it's to Deebo.
But do you think it was to Deebo or to Kittle?
No, it's to Deebo. It was to Debo.
Oh, okay. It was
The
close,
fact
though.
that movement, even in practice with no one on you, is hard enough. And a game going full speed with guys that are 300 pounds running a 4.5 at you, like,
Yeah,
bro,
he's different.
insane.
Yep.
I'm gonna go back to our defense real quick. I wasn't finished with our defense. Drake the Freak Jackson.
Okay, and that's okay.
Breakout season.
I'm not finished with our offense either.
Okay, breakout season coming up.
Hell
3
yeah.
sacks, 1 game. He only had 3.
See.
Hey, where we're filming our pod, Corona, California, baby.
Oh,
Centennial, baby.
Oh yeah.
Hey, he had 3 sacks last season.
Monster, dude.
3 sacks in the first game.
Monster.
Guys gonna eat. He has like the best matchups possible. Offensive line has to take care of Nick Bosa, Hargrave, Armstead. Guess who that leaves? Drake the Freak Jackson to go get his bag.
Yeah, it's not fair, dude. Like,
yeah, I would love to be in his spot.
Nasty.
Yeah, our whole D line. All right, circle back to our offense.
I just have to say, we just have to talk about one play that just like it happens all the time, and I just love it so much. The downfield blocking on that
CMC's run.
CMC touch.
2 minutes of terrible football. We've got the ball. Let's see what we can do with it to start the half.
Trying to do something here with Christian McCaffrey. Got a bruising block from Brandon Ayuk. Got another from Ray McCloud.
Dude, Ayuk and Ray Ayuk laid that dude out.
Laid him.
And then
got back and kept going.
Kept going. And then Ray is freaking full speed. He's fast, dude.
Yeah.
I would like to see him get involved. He freaking blazes down there and he's blocking downfield all the way into the end zone. Like, I just love it. I remember I used to watch like La Habra High School, their old highlights, like when my brother.
Your brother always preached it.
They would block downfield, and I was like, damn, that shit is so sick. Like, why don't we do that?
No selfishness right there. Like,
yes, dude, it's so sick to watch.
They just want to win.
Receivers are like that. Like, everyone is just trying to win, trying to score. Like, it's badass.
Yeah, like selfish players, right? In that situation, the receiver may not block that and hope for the next play to be that his touchdown.
Yeah,
they don't care who gets in the end zone. They just want to win and put up points at this point.
Hell yeah, dude.
And downfield blocking as a receiver is huge.
Yep, I love that. All right, you want to get into the next game?
Yeah.
I just gotta say, actually, first we gotta talk about it. Everyone's talking about it. All the power rankings came out. We're the best team in the NFL.
Yeah,
and everyone's kind of starting to recognize it. I don't see anyone really refuting it.
The Purdy hold up, right? That's what was keeping them. He shut them the fuck up,
dude. They're on every pretty much power. I think every single one I saw, they're number one.
Yeah,
I don't think I saw one where they weren't number one.
I saw a lot of 49ers, then Miami, then Cowboys, or vice versa. But 49ers did at the top.
Yeah,
and it was nice, and it's nice to have kind of the media behind us for once. We're always hated. And
yeah, exactly. They're always talking shit.
You know who actually talked highly about Purdy, and I was very surprised. I think it might have been today, but it might have been yesterday. Is Shady McCoy.
Really?
Yeah. He's always been a 49ers hater.
Yeah.
Always.
He's kind of a hater.
And he talked good about Brock.
Really? What did he say?
He was saying that he would have Brock on. He was the second best quarterback of the week. Or second best quarterback of the week. And non-resume.
Who's first, Tua?
He didn't say his first, actually. He just
said
had
to be Tua.
Yeah. But he was saying basically if you put Brock on the Cowboys, like, it'd make the Cowboys a Super Bowl favorite team right away. And the fact that he's on the 49ers and all that, like, so I don't know if he's saying we're the favorites.
If
but
you put Brock on the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that's a
So it's probably shade at Dak. Yeah.
That's a huge shot at Dak.
But he usually is always taking the shots at the 49ers, so I'll take it.
I don't care. I'm not mad about it. That's just crazy.
Crazy
work. I love when you said that.
Yeah. Before we get into this next game for the 49ers, we're going to go over some key updates. Guess what? There's no fucking key updates. We came out healthy out of that game.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to worry about after week one. Let's just ride into this week. I know the only one on the injury report was Greenlaw.
Yeah, he didn't practice
today. I mean, kind of
rest him.
Yeah, rest him. And let's get out of this week healthy and get into Sunday. So
for sure.
Sunday. Rams, Niners.
Yes, sir. You know,
in Levi South.
And I'll be there this weekend.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be a fun game, man.
Yeah. I honestly,
How do you think the game's gonna go?
it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
I think the Rams played very well up in Seattle.
For sure. Yeah, their receivers, huh?
Yeah,
Surprise of the week.
very, very surprised. But I think the 49ers will dominate. I
Yeah.
mean, I was texting a Rams fan. Shout out Jacob. Go shop your Rams pins at Prominent Kings, right?
Yeah, for real. Fire pins.
He comes out with the heat if you're a Rams fan. 49er fans, stay clear. Just go to
Any
Can't
team,
Lose
any
shop.
LA except
Yeah.
no Niners, unfortunately.
Well, he likes to put us on his pins, but they're kind of shade. Anyways, I was texting him, and I don't mean to call him out or anything, but he must be a closet 49er fan because guys, I want to pull up receipts real quick on this, but the 49ers will control this. And this guy, he texts me, right? And we're talking about the game. He goes,
This
realistic
fool is
speaking,
crazy.
all right, he's taking the Rams on the sheet, but he said, you guys should win by a touchdown next week, but hope I'm wrong.
Oh, you can't expose him like that. That's foul. You can't say
He'll be
that.
on the pod later in this season. He can bring it back up.
Oh.
But I rebutted back. We got you by 3 tuds.
Oh, all right, relax now. All right, so who do you think there's gonna be any like big dogs? What's
Yeah.
what's your thoughts? How are we gonna beat them by 3 tutties?
Okay. Well, going into this game, we have 8 regular season straight wins against them. Going to be 9. In SoFi regular season, we are undefeated. That's why it's Levi South. Guys like Debo and Kittle are going to be the big names this week. So
I'm sorry, I'm smiling so hard because every time you say Levi South, I just remember that we're wearing red in their stadium. We're wearing our home jerseys in their stadium.
it's our home stadium.
I know. I just love it.
Yeah. But back to big names this week. Debo, Kittle.
Oh yeah,
You didn't really hear their names last week. That's going to be the names you hear this week.
for sure. I can't wait. Debo always plays the Rams well.
Yeah. Very. Who are some guys you're looking forward to in this match?
I think Bosa, everyone's saying, is real quiet. Obviously, he was getting double teamed. He was getting triple teamed with the chip. And
Yeah.
like,
And getting held, of course, like he always
yeah.
does.
So, but obviously, I think he's still listening. I don't know if he listens to that or he looks into that, but he's going to bounce back and have a big, loud game. And then that's going to lead to, with all that pressure he's going to be putting on Stafford, I got Hufanga getting a pick. I think he had a pick. Was it last season that he got the pick against them?
Yeah.
The pick 6, was it?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
So I got him getting a pick with all that pressure from Bosa.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stay on the defensive line and pick 2 more players that are going to have huge games. Hargrave and Armstead. Guys, I honestly don't know as an offensive line coach prepping for the 49ers, who do you block more? You have 3 guys,
Yeah, what's
4
your
guys.
game plan?
Do you keep 2 tight ends in? Do you keep a fullback in? Like, I really don't know. But those 2 guys, Hargrave and Armstead, are going to combine for 3 sacks this week.
I like that.
And maybe more. Like, they're going to come off the ball hot.
Yeah, Hargrave likes to get to the quarterback. We saw that.
Yeah.
And he has that hustle. So, yeah, I love that duo on the inside. It's going to be fun. And then the outside, too, with Drake and Bosa. Oh, my God. We're so set. All right. Is that enough for the Niner talk? Is that all you
Guys,
got?
that was very fun. That was entertaining right there. I love my Niners.
I know we could keep going.
Guys, if we plugged you into our phone calls while we're at work, I mean, luckily we have a job where we get that freelance of calling each other.
Yeah.
Because we just talk Niners all day. We literally say in our conversation, all right, let's save some for the pod. Let's save some for the
real.
pod.
Got to.
Because, like, we don't want you guys, like, obviously we plan the show, right? But we want to kind of see our live reactions. And if we already talked about it, it's kind of like, oh, this, that, like, monotone.
Yeah.
We're live into it, you know?
Yeah, we love to freestyle a little bit. We have our notes here, but a lot of it, it's all freestyle.
Yeah. I think this week of the NFL is going to be nice. It's going to be a fun week. No buys. A lot of games. If you guys haven't already, get on the pick'ems. It's fun.
Yeah.
Last week's winner was Josh. Took
You
home the
know,
pot.
guess that Monday Night Football tiebreaker spot on.
Yeah, and I came in second. So I don't know if there'll ever be a week where we finish top 2 and it's not rigged. I promise we submit our picks before anyone.
Yeah, true.
We don't change our sheet or anything.
I have the script.
So it's. Wait, did you just say you have the script?
No. Anyway, so let's move out of the NFL.
Wait. NFL week 2 is gonna be fun. Now let's get out of week.
Let's get out of the week. Let's get out of the NFL and get into some NCAA college football.
Man, I think let's do last week first. So
Yeah,
college
for
football.
sure. Crazy week.
Yeah.
Crazy week.
Start off.
You want to start out? What were you gonna say?
Go ahead. That's what
USC?
I was reading your mind.
USC dominated a rivalry team, Stanford, who always plays them well.
No matter how bad Stanford is,
I'm
always play them
I'm
well.
always scared we're gonna lose. Like it's always a freaking like stressful game. But this one, oh my goodness, 49-3 at the half.
Yeah, his numbers at the half. Caleb Williams' numbers at the half. That was like for some guys 3 games right there stat wise. Like it was
so
insane.
good, dude. He's so good.
That guy's
I mean, I don't know if I said it last week, but I'm saying it now. There's only been one other player, and it was Ohio State running back. I think his name was Archie Griffin or something, that won the Heisman twice. Caleb Williams is next. He's winning it this season. Like, come on. He's so good.
Yeah.
He's just insane, and he has the weapons to, like, get the ball, too. Like, come on.
That team's loaded, and their defense finally came along, right? We always criticize their defense.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, it has to be a shootout at USC. Like, Caleb Williams is going to put up the numbers because his defense sucks.
Mm-hmm.
They played up, and hopefully they keep it going, right?
Yeah.
For a couple more weeks, and then we'll cool it down. But, yeah, that was a nice game. We'll go to where College Game Day was. Bama, Texas. In Bama. Texas came to play.
Dude, for real. And they're legit.
I always like that one audio where we're back. They, of course, played it right. You beat Bama.
Yeah.
Any team that beats Bama, every team in the college football, they always say we want Bama. They've been dominant, the dynasty, right? That was a good win. Texas, honestly, like, I think they controlled the whole game. They should have been up by more in the first half, but they kind of slipped it, and they still pulled away with the dub. I mean, at the end of the day, they got a dub in Bama. So
is Bama done? Like,
no,
competing for the college football playoffs? Are they slowly falling off? Are they gonna figure it back out? What do you think?
I don't know how good their strength of schedule is the rest of the way, but I think Texas is gonna be a top team.
I mean, how good is any real like college team like that?
Yeah,
strength of schedule.
Yeah, I guess. But I think Texas is gonna be up top, so it'll give them a valid loss in a sense. But
yeah,
we'll see what the rest of the college football season shapes up to be.
For sure.
Let's
get into your game. How did Notre Dame do?
I actually didn't even write them on my paper today.
I was wondering why you skipped them and went straight to Bama.
We played a team where, like, it's going to be a blowout type deal.
Yeah. But did they made it look like that?
Yeah.
All right.
Sam Hartman looked
you
fucking
good
awesome.
Teams to make bad teams look like bad teams.
Yeah. Sam Hartman looked awesome. And this week's game, looking forward to it. They're playing Central Michigan. I mean, not a terrible team, but obviously not up to our caliber.
Yeah.
I'm more looking forward to next week. I hope the team's not looking more forward to it. Obviously, got to take one game at a time. But the game I'm looking forward to, and so is college, because College Game Day is going, is Colorado State versus Colorado.
Yeah.
In Primetime's field.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we have a little special, like, reason why we're so attached to this game. So
yeah, for sure.
Get into it.
Well, I mean, one of the guys that we played with in high school, you played with him pretty much like most of your...
My whole life.
Yeah, your whole life.
Pop Warner.
Pop Warner, growing up, playing tackle football. Chigazia Anusium is the corner at Colorado State. So he's got a big task ahead of him guarding Travis Hunter and going against Shedeur all day.
Yeah, and I honestly, Chiggy's up for the test, guys. Mm-hmm. This guy, he was always a hard worker, always put in the extra work. Like, when we were in high school, this guy, we knew he was going to be something special going out of high school. Like, shout out Chiggy. I I hope you at least tune in for this part, man. Even if it's not even this week, I know you're so focused on this game.
Yeah, he's got to
But
be locked in.
I told Josh, like, I'm rooting for him. Like, I see this game as an opportunity to shut them down, right? And raise his draft stock.
Yeah, for sure.
It's almost his time to go into the draft and, hey, put against
This could put
some of
him
the
on
best.
map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter, everyone's probably saying, oh, yeah, he's going to have a game, right? Colorado State's not supposed to be good. But when you're on the field, that's receiver versus corner. Chiggy can lock him down.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously, Shador knows how to throw to the open guy. He's a beast, so he's going to do his thing. So Chiggy's really got a big task ahead of him.
Yeah.
I think he's going to live up to it and raise his draft stock.
Yeah. Hey, best of you luck, Chiggy. And, man, playing with you is, like, cool. Like I said, I played with him since we were very young. He was a D lineman at that point, middle linebacker. He finds the football, and I hope for the best for this game. And let's see.
Yeah, and USC's taking a bye, so that's really the only game I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. All right. Let's get out of college football and let's talk a little bit of UFC 293.
Yeah, let's get into a little bit of that. That Adesanya versus Strickland fight. Oh my god, dude! I know that's probably your favorite fighter.
Yeah, it is, and results wise, sucks, right?
Yeah.
But Strickland deserved it. He controlled that whole fight.
Dude, he controlled that whole fight. Adesanya, I don't know what it was. Like, he just looked like Strickland was like just out of reach the whole time. Like, he was just too slow. Like, Strickland just had it figured out. That defense was insane.
He normally has the more aggressive approach, like controlling approach, right? It just seemed like the game plan wasn't there.
Yeah.
And he hasn't made any excuses publicly, and I don't think he will, just the type of fighter he is. But he'll be back, but yeah, I got to give Strickland his love while he's the champ. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
He looked dominant.
For sure.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
But that belt has been passed around a lot this year.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it's up for grabs, right? Strickland has to retain it, and
yeah, because I don't know. Who knows if he gets the immediate rematch? He's been fighting. Adesanya's been fighting for the belt forever, obviously. So, like, who knows? He might not get the immediate rematch. They might go to Duplessis. But either way, he's going to fight for the belt again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it could come back to him. What about the other card matchup that you're talking about?
Dude, Felipe Dos Santos versus Manel Cape. I don't know if that's how you say either of their names, but Felipe Dos Santos was supposed to be fighting on the Contender Series. I think it was supposed to be this same weekend, maybe the weekend before or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Kai Kara, the number 4 fighter in their division, flyweight division, I want to say, he called out of the fight, whatever it is. I forget whatever the exact word is.
Yeah.
But he bailed out of the fight. He couldn't fight because of an injury. And they had this kid step in his first fight, UFC debut, against a top 10 fighter who apparently a lot of guys didn't want to fight. And he stepped up to it, and man, he didn't win, but he went the distance, and he
earned that respect.
Dude, he earned that respect. Even though he lost, he better have earned a contract or something. Cause
we should see him back in a ring.
Yeah, with the top 10 guy in the division, and he's just standing there like toe to toe with this dude, swinging, trading with him. Like, he cracked him quite a few times, and Cape got like a little cocky, and like I remember even the coach said like, you gotta stay classy. Like, he told him that, stay classy, and I was like, yeah, he really needs to, because Felipe Dos Santos, if this guy gets too cocky with Felipe, then Felipe is gonna crack him and knock him out, and he almost did, but. Yeah, Cape won the fight for sure. I don't think it was an upset or anything, whatever, but Felipe should win a contract or something, dude. He did his thing. He won the respect for sure.
Okay. Guys, this is almost an hour in. If y'all still listening, I love y'all. That hour went by so quick, so we're gonna have to wrap it up there.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thank you for listening. Again, find us on any social media platform at Can't Lose Show. On YouTube is Can't Lose Show with a period at the end. Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast, listen to audio only. Man, this was a fun week. It went by fast. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Josh.
Sir. Thank you. I'm ready.
Hey, but before we say deuces, this boy Josh got a birthday on Sunday.
Yeah.
So not only the 49ers are going to get a dub for themselves and the fans, but it's going to be in honor of Josh's birthday.
Yeah.
So live it up, Josh, while you're at the game. It's a pleasure doing this podcast with you.
Yes, sir.
And I'm ready to call it.
All right.
Deuces.
Deuces.